They told us 31-year-old Lucretia Isaac was drunk and slapped Rodgers. Rodgers hit her back.
No, she's not that type of person, and she don't get into this type of stuff.
Police say while the two women were fighting, Isaac handed her bag with a gun to her 10-year-old daughter. Those left with just her memory say the little girl who pulled the trigger needs help and they want her locked up.
A 10-year-old girl is in custody this afternoon accused of shooting and killing her mother's neighbor. We first told you about this on Memorial Day when police say that Lucretia Isaac got into a fight with her neighbor, Lashun Rodgers, and handed her daughter a bag with a gun inside. That girl pulled it out and pulled the trigger. As Channel 9's Felicia Ashley reports, the state attorney says she's not taking this case lightly.
The mother was arrested at the apartment complex where the shooting happened. We also went back there and we spoke to some of the victims' friends and family. And on that day, they told us they also wanted that 10-year-old arrested, and that happened this week. State Attorney Monique Worrell says her office is reviewing the case. It's considering her age and surrounding circumstances when it comes to a decision about charges, if any, are filed. She added it will make sure she receives the necessary intervention for her behavior and that the public is protected.
Devastating. I know I'll never be right.
According to the child's mother, Lucretia Isaac's arrest reports, it says the girl yelled, "You shouldn't have messed with my mother," immediately after the shooting. Police say Isaac started a fight with 41-year-old Lashun Rodgers over a social media post.
She lifted the whole community. This neighborhood would not be the same without her.
During the fight, investigators say the mother handed her bag with a gun inside to her 10-year-old daughter. The child reached in, pulled out the gun, then shot and killed Rodgers. According to the report, the girl said she knew Rodgers was dead and that her mother was drunk and tried to talk to Rodgers, woman to woman. The 10-year-old girl will appear in front of a court for the first time today at 1:30.
Orlando police confirming this afternoon that the 10-year-old girl has been charged with second-degree murder. She was arrested today.
Well, ultimately, it is up to State Attorney Monique Worrell what charges the girl will face. She just released a statement saying in part, quote, "This is one of the most tragic cases I have ever seen in my 22-year career. Our office has started the process of reviewing this case and will consider all of the facts, including the age of the child and all of the surrounding circumstances when making a charging decision."
She is not being tried as an adult. Could that change?
Well, can you imagine, depending on what the state attorney does, this 10-year-old little girl's life could be over before it even begins. And of course, another woman lost her life altogether. This morning, I can tell you the state attorney's office isn't even sure how they're going to move forward. That 10-year-old girl is at the Juvenile Justice Center behind me. And, you know, she could be one of the youngest people ever to be charged with murder in Florida.
During today's virtual detention hearing, the 10-year-old's lawyer argued she should be let out with an ankle monitor to go live with her dad while we wait to see if the state will actually file charges against her. The girl's dad was at the hearing and spoke about why he wanted his daughter to come home.
I am going to do everything in my power to make sure that my daughter all the help that she needs.
Now, the state argued that despite her young age, the crime she's accused of committing is just too serious to let her out of detention. The judge ultimately sided with the state, ruling to keep the 10-year-old in custody.
She is charged with second-degree murder and put in adult prison. That would be a real problematic situation because we don't really have 20, 30-year prisons set up for juveniles.